I'm here today representing Governor Dick Park. Add a little context, a little bit of Governor Dick 101, I guess. The park course is just over 1,000 acres located in West Cornwall Township, generally between Route 72 on the east, Route 117 in the north, Pinch Road on the west, and private properties to the south. It was granted in trust by Clarence Shock in 1953 to be used as a public park and forest. And for the first 45 years of the trust, the trustee was the Montjoy School District, later Donegal School District, after the mergers. In 1998, the Lebanon County Commissioners joined with the Clarence Shock Foundation to petition the Lebanon County Court to relieve the school district as trustee and to name those two entities as joint trustees, and that occurred. Judge Eby, following public notice and hearings, issued a decree that established a joint trusteeship, being the County of Lebanon and at that time the SICO Foundation, later the Clarence Shock Foundation. So for the last 17 years or so, the joint trustees have been those two entities. Last fall, the commissioners were advised by the foundation that the foundation would be petitioning Lebanon County Court to withdraw as a trustee and to leave the commissioners as a sole trustee. That indeed happened in December. In February, Judge Tillwalk issued an order and decree permitting that withdrawal, and among other things, noting the need to amend the bylaws of the park nonprofit to reflect the single trusteeship, and also providing that the existing nonprofit directors were to serve out the remaining terms, and the conclusion of those terms, it would be up to the commissioners to do further appointment or reappointment. Sort of while we're here, I mentioned the nonprofit. The 1998 order created, or ordered to be created, a nonprofit corporation to operate the park. So we have the trust itself, which is the Clarence Shock Governor Dick Trust, and then we have a nonprofit corporation, the Clarence Shock Memorial Park at Governor Dick Incorporated. The two trustees were the sole members of that nonprofit. You jointly appointed the 6 board members. You are now, as of March 2nd, the sole trustee, because subsequent to Judge Tillwalk's order, the foundation withdrew on March 2nd as a trustee. At our April meeting, the nonprofit board voted to amend the bylaws to reflect the changes needed to note a single trusteeship, plus a few housekeeping changes. I believe the commissioners have copies of this. The current language is in italics, the new language is in bold. Article 1 offices is a housekeeping change. It had reflected 73 South Sins Mill Road, Lebanon, as the address for the nonprofit. That's the West Cornwall Township building where the nonprofit met before the environmental center was built. So we changed that to reflect the street address and the mailing address for the park. Article 3 trustees, we changed by deleting references to the SICO Foundation, deleting references to the prior court order, and now reflecting the current February 23rd, 2015 court order, and changing from trustees plural to trustees singular, members singular from members plural, and one typo. The original bylaws cited County Lebanon without the word of, so we're inserting the word of to clean that up. Article 13, notices. The only change there, the current bylaws permitted us to do notice by mail, fax, etc., but did not mention email, probably because emails were not prevalent at the time. We're proposing to include notices can be by email. And then finally, a catch-all revision. Any place in the bylaws where the plural trustees is used will become singular trustee. The bylaws require that the trustees ratify any changes to a whole bunch of the sections, Articles 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 16. So anytime any of those sections would be revised, the trustee has to ratify, and since some of those sections are being affected here, that's why I'm here today to ask the commissioners to ratify those changes. Subsequent to your action, we'll have the entire bylaws retyped, and we'll get you a copy of the clean ones with all these revisions in. We didn't attempt to do it to make the revision. We'll do it after we're sure all the parties agree with the revisions. So that's why I'm here, and anything else that you want to bring on for Governor Dick on the first last. I'd replaced Bill Carpenter, and I think that was about 12, 13 years ago.
It wasn't very far into the trusteeship.
I was there when we did our current forest stewardship plan, which was 2004. So I probably came on about 2002. Bill served the first 4 years.
He might have served a term, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service.
The existing, we have one member from Lebanon County who was on the original 1998 board, that's Tom Harlan. Chuck Harlan and I both came on later. I came on then Chuck. And from the foundation, we have two members, Dave and Frank Eichler, were both on the original 1998 appointment. The original board was appointed by the court. I'm sure there was in consultation with the two trustees, but the court order actually established the initial board members.
Move to accept the changes to the bylaws as
Second.
presented.
It's been moved and seconded to accept changes as presented by Mr. Bender. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered, sir.
I think everybody's interested in continuing to serve at this time. I think the two appointments that are up this year are Chuck Allwine and Frank Eichler.
Okay, so even the Shock people are interested
Yes.
in continuing, and that's obviously up to you. I think they've done a fantastic job.